Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kosuke again. Today, I'd like to take a tour of Anfield. Since I live in Liverpool, I want to know a lot about the Beatles and Liverpool FC. So I decided to participate and share with you.
You at the university, yeah? Yeah.
That's right. University only, guys.
In the world, and I'm not biased at all. Of course not. Come this way, guys. Let's go. Just stand there by that line for me. Welcome, my friends. Come in, guys. Great to see everybody. Come in, guys. Go in, guys. Go get yourselves in. Just wait there for me. Come in, everybody. Hello. Hello. Come in, guys. Come in, you beautiful students. Go down. Go, ciao. But as we say in Liverpool, you're all right, fella. All the languages are coming. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael. My illustrious colleague is David. We'll be here tour guides, maybe an hour 20 minutes, okay? Couple of things, no smoking, you crazy kids, okay? Apart from that, we're going pitch side, okay? Down by the pitch. Don't go on the pitch, guys, okay? It's a big no-no. But apart from that, the most important thing is to enjoy yourselves, okay? And I know you're here to enjoy yourselves, because if you win, you would have gone over to Goodison Park and been miserable. What we're going to do is go up the escalators here, guys, right onto the top, and that's where we'll begin our tours. Everyone okay on escalators, okay? Yeah. The only thing I will insist, guys, if we say move, if we can move as a group, it just makes it a lot easier for us and the security. You'll know that we're all staying in one room, okay? You're going to come this way, guys, take it up the stairs. 2016. It's 55 metres high, goes back 93 rows, and this standalone holds 20,500 people. On a match day, there's about 6,000 people on this concourse alone. These graphics will go up, you will have access to the concession stands, and this is where we start our tour. Behind me is 7 of our most iconic, famous and successful managers. And if you are talking about Liverpool, really there's only 2 dates you really need to know. The 3rd of June 1892, and that's when Liverpool Football Club are formed. We're not much of a club, we're rattling around, we get 5 titles, and in the 1950s we are actually stuck in the 2nd division, which is the lower tier, and we can't get out. And then the most important date of all, nearly 62 years ago to the day, in December 1959, this man arrives. If you remember one name today, please make it Bill Shankly, okay? Here's the man who changes everything. We would not be standing here today if it wasn't for him. He comes in, he not only wins us trophies, he wins us 3 league titles, he wins us an FA Cup, our very first one, he wins our first European title, but he changes everything. He lays down the blueprint for sustained success that was to last for 30 years. He is the founder of modern day Liverpool. Every one of these managers owe a great debt to this man. He is the most important man ever to enter the doors at Anfield. Bill leaves us in 1974 and he makes room for this guy here. This is Bob Paisley. He is our most successful manager to date. Get your head around this, guys. Liverpool Football Club. I have just wasted 30 years for one title. 30 years for one title. This guy got 6 and 9 years. 6 and 9 years. Get your head around that. He won 3 Champions Leagues with one club. The only man ever to do so since. Zidane then done it, didn't he? With cheating with Sergio Ramos. But here's our most successful manager. He won a trophy every 28 games. That's ridiculous, isn't it? 2.1 trophies a season. Alex Ferguson, 1.4 trophies a season. Do the math. Tell me who's the greatest manager that ever lived. That guy there. Come there. We have this lovely guy here. Joe Fagan. Okay? Now Joe, he's only the manager for 2 seasons, okay? And in his very first season, what does he do? He wins a Champions League, he wins a league title, and he wins a League Cup. Absolutely crazy. He wins a treble his very first season. But what we loved about Joe, he arrives here in 1958. He's here before Bill Shankly, and he bought a house down the bottom of the road, less than half a mile away, less than half a kilometre away. And he died in the same house. Even when he became manager of Liverpool, he never moved to a big house with a swimming pool and a golf course. He stayed with his people, and that's why we loved it about him. You could see him walking down the road and say, "Hey Joe, hello, how are you doing? How's the team doing, Joe? Oh, I don't know, a couple of injuries." Imagine today being able to walk up to a manager like that. So we absolutely loved him. He was a man of the people. Not long lost him, sadly missed, Joe Fagan. And then we move on. Please tell me you know this guy. Please. If you don't know who he is, I'll give you £5 and I will take you to Goodison Park myself. He is our most successful footballer. He's the best footballer ever to play for Liverpool Football Club. My son, he says, "No, Dad, it's Steven Gerrard." I say, "No, I'm your dad, you're my lad, I'm right, you're wrong." End of story. But he's here because of his managerial skills. An absolutely fantastic manager. And he takes over Liverpool in 1985, and he's only 34 years of age, and he's still a player manager. We're not doing well that year, so what does he do? He decides to start playing again, and when he did, we end up winning the league title and the FA Cup, a double. He ends up winning 3 league titles, 2 FA Cups, a Screen Sports Trophy, but more importantly, in 2012, I don't know if you know the history of Liverpool, we were bought by 2 Americans and they tried to bankrupt our club. Oh, and they nearly brought us on our knees. So we didn't know what to do. So we needed a hand, we turned to the king, he comes back, he steadies the ship, he wins us a League Cup, and he sets us on a nice even keel that will keep us going. But I don't know again the history of Liverpool. Liverpool, a terrible tragedy on the 15th of April 1989 at the Hillsborough disaster stadium. And Kenny Dalglish was the manager at the time, and he made sure that every funeral was attended if he didn't go himself. So during our darkest hour, this man shone the brightest. To show you how much we care for him, football has been played here since 1884, yes? And he's the only man who has a stand or part of the ground named after him. Him and his wife, absolutely adored here in Liverpool. If Bill Shankly's the most important, Kenny's a very, very close one. Gerard Houllier. We waited 112 years for our very first foreign manager. He arrives, what does he do? He's absolutely amazing. In 2001, he wins 5 trophies in 6 calendar months. He wins a UEFA Cup, UEFA Super Cup, League Cup, FA Cup, Chelsea Shield. Absolutely incredible man. Not long lost him as well. He never ever gets the praise he deserves because he never won the Champions League or the League. That's how high the bar is here, guy. But taken with great reverence and adored by our fans. Come this. And he's done gone. He had a fantastic legacy. This is Rafa Benitez. And then he decided to go to Everton. So enough of it. Guys, feast your eyes on this beautiful man here. Look at this splendid Swabian, this Black Forest beauty, this Teutonic champion. Here he is in all his splendour. My word, he's absolutely incredible, yes? I usually say if you want to understand Liverpool, you need to understand Bill Shankly, Bob Paisley, Kenny Dalglish. They're the triumvirates of the club. They are the essence, the epitome of the Liverpool way. But I think that trio is now a quartet, because I thought I'd be dead now, ladies and gentlemen, before I seen another title arrive on the table. But this beautiful he went and got us it. Isn't he just fantastic? I just love this guy. I would change my sexuality for this man. Except he doesn't want an old scouser. Okay, guys, come this way. Don't worry about it, we'll be able to look out the window in a minute, guys. There'll be that view we can see on the other side. We'll be able to see that. Okay, my friends. Liverpool Football Club, 129 years old, cheers Dave, and during that time we've scored some fantastic goals, gave me and Dave some absolutely brilliant memories. Behind me is just a small collection of them goals caught on camera, introduced by somebody I'm sure you all recognise, so please enjoy the video.
Hello everybody, this is Anfield. A historic place, a special place, a sacred place.
Whenever life gets tiresome, when clouds above are grey, I just simply close my eyes and slowly drift away. I think about a special place. That's when the darkness fades. That special place is Anfield, a place where dreams are made. I see the beach, I hear the cup, taste the atmosphere, flags, banners, songs of old, which echo down the years, colours entwine, red and white with grass and animal green. A beautiful vision. A sacred place, filled with hopes and dreams. So many special memories. Elation, joy, cheers. Passion, glory, ecstasy, emotion. Laced with tears. Whenever life gets tiresome, I know how to see it through. Simply think of Anfield, the place where dreams come true.
My idea was that to build Liverpool into a bastion of invincibility, Napoleon had that idea, he would conquer the bloody world, you know. And that's what I wanted, that Liverpool would be untouchable until eventually everybody would have to submit together.
soon. Enjoy the tour. Put your headsets back on. This way.
For the glory round the fields of Anfield. Yes! Woo! Come in, my friends. Come and wallow in the glory. That is Anfield. Stamford Bridge, nothing on this, my friend. Close the room, guys. Put yourself down. The top, I must admit. But a phenomenal place to watch the game. As you say, 55 metres. Would you play that? You wouldn't play that, would you? As you say, this is the stage, this stand we're in now. You can see this from the outside. This is where we are actually now. There's £120 million to pay for it. Or, if you like, Philip Coutinho and £20 million in the bank is a better way of looking at it. Balances it up. The reason I've stopped you here more than anything, guys, if you architecture fans, architecture students, if you ever see this pattern on a football ground, you see at Craven Cottage, Ibrox, Hillsborough, they've all been designed by the same man. His name is Archibald Leach, a phenomenal architect and stadium designer around the turn of the 20th century. So when you see that pattern, you know it's an Archibald Leach stand. He was a pioneer in concrete and steel building. He actually became a major consultant on the Empire State. And that was his trade of choice that they gave for you architecture guys. If you remember, the Eliva Buildings is one of the very first steel and concrete structures in the world. So you'll see all of them around here in Liverpool. Has got several of them. This is a picture here taken before 1917. The reason I know that because I'm a geek. And I know the prices go up to nines in 1917. Fancy putting it up during the war, wouldn't you? But what's fascinating, if you can imagine there, guys, pre-1917, but it's pre-over 1906. Barefoot there, the poverty in Liverpool at the time, still very, very evident, just by the fact here. But I brought you to show you this. This is a flagpole. It's the oldest part of the ground still standing, thanks, Dave. Finished in 1891, but it wasn't erected by us because Liverpool weren't formed until 1892. So who put that there? Does anybody know who played here first? Everton. Ooh. This was Everton's ground from 1884 until 1892 when we threw them out because they wouldn't pay the rent. I'll tell you where they went to now. They're squatting in this building over here. Yes, the two closest in Scotland, Dundee and Dundee United. Nottingham Forest and Notts County are the closest in England, but Notts County, but Premiership-wise, by far. Separated by Stanley Park, guys. Finished in 1870, also very famous for the footballing terms. The very first time a goal net was ever used, what you see all the time, was used on Stanley Park, invented by a Liverpool engineer, who, by the way, you see lots of his work in town, John Alexander Brodie, absolutely incredible. So the very first time a goal net was used was on that ground here, on Stanley Park there. Beautiful. And just behind there is New York. And on a clear day, you still can't see either of them, they're absolutely miles away. But it's a fantastic view across there. Is anybody surprised at the proximity of the two grounds? Yeah. Okay. Very, very close, yeah? Do you know, in all things, that's the very first purpose-built football ground in the world. Other grounds were built before it, but they were built piecemeal by hand to stand. But that was actually blueprinted and built just for football. You see many football clubs in England and in Britain are called athletic, yes? And the reason being, they used to use multifunctional stadiums, so it would always be athletic. Well, that was the very first purpose-built football stadium. But they're actually moving house, and they gave for all new architectural types. They're building a brand new stadium just on Bramley-Moor Dock. Do you know where that is, guys? It's just on the front, it's just out of view to the left. They're getting a state-of-the-art stadium, and that is getting demolished. Liverpool Football Club I've just bought the land and we've just got planning permission and we're going to build a 300-metre pyramid in honour of Mo Salah. So the view out of this window will be absolutely perfect. Come this way, guys. As you see, guys, you see history in the making here. This will all be changing the infrastructure. What was very, very interesting when they came to plan to build this magnificent new stand. As you see, you can see the footprint is absolutely huge. They're going to use the same technique. What they will do, they will build the stand around the existing one, and then post-season, they will marry the two of them together. That way there is no loss of capacity. But they did have problems at first. There wasn't enough room to bring this road around Anfield Road, so they had to rob a half a metre there, half a metre there, so to make sure that the road can go around the footprint of this existing stand. What's really amazing, guys, that picture over there, 1870, that is Stanley Park, taken here. The mid-19th century here, this lane here called Arthur's Lane, you can maybe just see the houses down the side. These were known as the Anfield Villas. This is where you lived if you were a rich merchantman dealing in palm oil, tobacco, sugar and all the like. These houses were where you were. It's only after 1850 to 1860 when the Industrial Revolution was really taken on that you see the ribbon development spreading. None of the other houses that us mere minions live in were here, only the big villas. This was practically the countryside then. Come this way, guys. Just to show how primitive it was, guys, here's a picture here at the beginning of the 20th century. Training ground, no such thing. Behind here, and a little bit of cinder. If you look behind you there, you'll see where they trained. The changing room, to get changed in, to go to the game, was this house, number 27, Cameron Road. They used to get changed in a 2 up, 2 down. And once they were changed, they'd open the back door, go and play football, come back in. Can you imagine today, Sadio Mane and Mo Salah sitting putting the socks on in a little 2 up, 2 down, getting changed? I think we've come a long way since then, guys, haven't we? Come this way. Shankly created the first one up in 73, 76, having news, and the great thriller against Alaves in 2001. All UEFA Cups. Then we get to the big one. We call them big ears. European trophies. 1977, I was the tender age of 18 when I went to my first game. Took me 3 days to get there on a train. We beat Borussia Mönchengladbach, European Cup number 1. We didn't have to go far for European Cup number 2. We went to Anfield South, or Wembley, as everybody else knows it. Kenny Dalglish scored a great winner, and European Cup number 2. And then we come through, we're playing in Paris against the mighty Real Madrid, not so mighty on that occasion, European Cup number 3. Then we go to AS Roma, we're playing them in their backyard. Does anybody follow football much? Bruce Grobbelaar with his wobbly legs, European Cup number 4. And then we come to this one, guys. Now, even if you don't have an interest in football, you must remember this game. It is the greatest game in European history. There we were. This is what makes Liverpool a special place. This is what builds our character. Games like this. We play the mighty AC Milan. They have the greatest football team in the world. We take them on. We're getting beat 3-0 at half-time. 3-0 by the greatest football team in the world. What do? We got our scarves out. I was singing, "You'll Never Walk Alone," and "Through My Tears." And this man here, Steven Gerrard, this beautiful individual, he did what he's supposed to do. He heads the ball, he raises the crowd to the greatest ever comeback in European history. so ingrained in our DNA, in the people of Liverpool, that result is that if you're feeling down, your back's against the wall, nothing's going right for you, you walk up to that friend who's not doing well and you say, do you know what, you might be 3-0 down, but it's only half time. While you've got fight, while you've got spirit, while you've got the ability to breathe, it's only half time, guys, no matter how bad it comes. European Cup number 5. And then this one, guys, you'll remember this is only 5 minutes ago, as far as I can remember. Our great triumph in Madrid. The reason why I was so pleased that we won this one, guys, was because it was a fantastic final. But what it made, the game against Barcelona, the semi-finals, is now engraved in history. It hasn't been lost. Because you always remember the journey when you have a successful destination, yes? Come this way, guys. And you'll see our shaz now. If your photographs, if you've got your own phones, guys. But this is a bit more nicer, guys, yes? A bit more accustomed to it. Okay, guys, what's up the Carlsberg Lounge? This is our corporate sponsors. This is where they'll come in. These buckets are filled full of ice, nice bottles of Carlsberg. You'll come in here and you'll vote for Man of the Match. Man of the Match award is given over there on the graphic at the back. We do have a couple of players who don't like to come in here, namely Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah. Because of their religion, they don't want to be associated with the alcohol, and that's quite all right. We don't mind that at all here, guys. I'm sure you're all students. Do you know what Eid is? Yes? You know what Eid is, the end of the Muslim festival. One of the greatest nights we've ever had here was Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane. They go to 2 different mosques in Liverpool, and we invited the 2 mosques here to Liverpool to celebrate Eid. And it was one of the most fantastic nights we've ever had here at Anfield. It really was spiritual and uplifting. Liverpool Football Club has absolutely no time whatsoever for that right-wing lads alliance, Tommy Robinson nonsense. It will not take a grip in our club. It will not take a grip in our city. They've tried to come here before and they get sent on away. We will not have it. Regardless of your colour, creed, sexual orientation, you are welcome here at Anfield. It makes no difference. Everybody is welcome here at Anfield. Unless you're a Tory. You've got to draw the line somewhere, guys. Come this way. I'm only kidding. I'm not. Come down, guys, loads of room. This is the fella I was telling you about, Archibald Leach. He is the phenomenal Scottish designer, architect and engineer. There's the blueprint for the stands that he did. What's really interesting, you can still see these today. I'll show you on the way out. What I was saying before, it lasted for 110 years. These foundations are still is. It's absolutely incredible. Come around the corner just a second, guys. This is where it really happens down here. This is where you want to be a fly on the wall. They are now subterranean. Above us over there, the Anfield Road end is above our heads, and that's where the coaches will enter the stadium. They will come and pull up right outside here. 2 hours before kick-off on a match day, the away team, and then 90 minutes after that, the home team. And they all walk through here with the big headphones on, Louis Vuitton bag. Giving it one of them walking through. They love themselves, don't they? All coming through here. We're going to make our way into the press conference room. We'd like to follow me this way, guys. Come on, my Chelsea mate. Yeah. We do me a favour, can you just walk around the outside there and then just queue up there, guys, just like in the arc behind the chairs, just so everyone can have an equal chance. Walk around to there for me, guys. Thank you. Just walk through here for me, my Chelsea buddy. Just keep coming around like that, guys. That's perfect. Perfect. Welcome to the press conference room. Just walk around the outside for me, guys. That's it. Then just queue up here, go around like that, so we've got a nice arch. Everyone's got a chance of getting in. You just keep walking that way for me, guys, and then what you'll do, you'll get your picture taken here, and you will exit that way, okay? So if you'd like to take your picture, if you'd like to get yourself up, do you want to give me your phone? So welcome to the press conference room, guys. This is where it's used always post-match. One interview by Jürgen can be seen by up to 1 billion people. So take your mask off there, my friend. He didn't want to do that because he supports Chelsea. This is mate, see. He was hiding. Here you go, my friend. Just exit that way for me, please. Hello, ma'am. Do you want to get your pictures taken, guys? There you go. That's the photo for there. Yeah. They're the flash birds, but at the moment, because of COVID, they're getting doubled up as treatment rooms. But what you would have here was the advertising hoardings either side, and that's where you stand and get your interview. So you'd have BT Sports, Sky, ESPN, Canal Plus, all them along here. Do you want to come in here for me, please, guys? Come in, my friends. Go ahead, guys. Gianluigi Buffon, Cannavaro, Capu, Marcel Desailly, Xavi. Little room in here to make a cup of tea in the butty. Come and have a look at our complex. This is their favourite room. They love it in here. This is where they'll have their meals, you know. Salad will have a salad. Beck will have his breakfast, Trent will have his tea. You alliterate all day, basically, couldn't you, messing about with the words? Well, they love it in here. This is their little bit of peacetime. They won't eat before the game, they always eat after the game. Unless the metabolism will allow them a little bit of, I don't know, a bit of carbs, a bit of pasta or something, or rice. But it's a beautiful room, yeah. Wasn't always this way, guys. At one time, it was very generic. It was only on the insistence of the senior players that they've made it this familial feel, you know. Cheers, Dave. Come this way, guys. And this is my favourite corridor of all. I'm so old, I've seen all of these. Hello, Bill. Welcome, guys. This is slightly more salubrious surroundings. Yeah, it's just a little bit. See yourselves down, get your pictures taken by your favourite shirts, guys. Come in, my friends. Come in, guys. Welcome, everyone. See yourselves down, get your pictures taken by your favourite shirts. If you want, guys, just one request. Please don't take the shirts off the hangers. Just leave them on the hangers. You all are such significance. You can't buy history, you must make history. Liverpool Football Club has been making history since day one. What are you saying you're from, Brum? What did you say? Do you know Peaky Blinders is filmed here?
I do.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the planners apparently in Birmingham after the end of the Second World War in the 60s just flattened everything. Barbarians, aren't they?
Last city.
Yeah, last one. Yeah. He's in the dugout, okay?
Very famous this side, boys and girls. Want to get a photograph with this is Anfield side. This is very famous.
You've just made it, Charlotte. The inclemency of the weather won't keep us out here too long, I don't think. Yeah, come on. 5 rows up and then... Yeah, no, below. About 4 or 5 rows up and then just try and get them in a bit of a space so I can get it. Yeah, the camera gantries. In your heart, in the heart. We're getting it out there, guys.
Take a seat up there.
Perfect there, Sean. Like, get them all together there, guys. Oh, just sit together there for me. Get you a nice picture. I've lost me glove on all that. Touch what?
I do have a pay now. Hello, they're going to do a group photo of the story.
Four rows, yeah.
If you go up behind or down there or wherever, you can come down if you want, yeah?
Go get yourselves in, guys. Nice group here. Get you all together. So on behalf of David, myself, Michael, thanks for coming to Anfield.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
So let's get nice and warm.
From
Let's
there
do
to
some
the
shiny things.
Oh, okay.
My good friend Tom, he'll look after you now, guys.
Hi guys, welcome to coming in.
Bye, good to see you. Bye, Charles.
Take your time.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys. Bye, guys. Safe journeys and good luck with your studies. Get yourselves in, guys. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, you're more than welcome. Absolute pleasure. See you soon, guys. Safe journeys.
And in the middle of all the chaos and noise and pride stood Jurgen Klopp and his players with the European Cup. A million dreams come to fruition. This is the story of how a love affair with the Canadian soul food the story of how Liverpool Football Club climbed back onto that pitch.